We're looking at Black Knight by Deep Purple, a really cool song from the late 70s. And it's got some really cool riffs in it, some nice pentatonic riffs. For example, it's got a nice triplet introduction. But we're going to take you step by step through all the individual parts for the study. And we're going to make sure that you have the PDF in front of you. That's very, very important. Please make sure you do have a copy of the PDF. If not, drop me a WhatsApp and I'll send it through to you. And let's go. We're starting now with the introduction, and it says descending G6 arpeggio, which could also be a E minor 7 inversion, but we're not going to go into the theory now. We're just going to play the riff. Okay, here we go. We're starting at fret number 7. So you got your 7th fret. You'll notice my fingers are numbered to make life a bit easier to see where we are. And you're at fret 7 on the 5th string. It should sound like this. Now, we set triplets, and there's 2 triplets for each number there. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, for example. So the 1, 2, 3 is the triplet, and we're going to go slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I also want you to realize is the picking hand over here, nice and close, is alternating strokes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very important to make sure your strokes are alternating. Okay, so here we go, slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you cross over from that note over here, the 2 to the 3, make sure this doesn't happen, because that sounded terrible, didn't it? So you need to make sure that each note is ringing independently and crystal clear. That's the introduction. And then maybe a little bit of palm damping, for example. For the damping, you want to have the back part of your palm really close to the saddles. Those are the saddles. So you're resting like that. And you can hear the note is slightly muffled. So you can hear. And you can see my hand is resting on the string slightly. If I go too far forward, it's dead. Not good. And if I go too far back, it rings. So make sure you've got a little magic part where you can hear the pitch of the note, but it still rings. Okay, now to the second riff. We're working with a tab now that is part 2 of intro, which should sound like this. Watch out for those little pauses there. Now you'll notice the whole way through I'm only using my first finger and my ring finger. Okay, so please no middle fingers, no pinkies for this one. Only first and ring the whole way through. And then also watch the swing rhythm. In other words, instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you hear the tap there, it has sort of a swing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So listen for that rhythm, you'll pick it up, I'm sure. And it's going to go from this note to 5 on a different string, the string on the 4th string there. And then it comes back to the 7, so your first 3 notes, and listen for the timing. The timing is really important. After those 3 notes, you got a very quick change to the 5 on the 5th string this time. So the first few notes are now going to be tiny pause, 7 on the 6th string, another quick 5, 7. And if you're looking at the tab, what should actually help a lot as well is the physical spacing. So although there's no timing itself, there's no sort of crotchets and quavers and anything like that, you should be able to get a good sense of the rhythmic picking of it by just looking at when the notes are close together and when the notes are not close together, for example. So let the spaces help guide you to the rhythm. Okay, first bar including the 7, which is the beginning of the second bar, should be like this. 2 and 3 and 4 and you'll notice I'm not really moving my hand that much. After that you go back to the 5 onto the 4th string, and here comes the sneaky part. It's a double 7, and you'll notice my ring finger number 3 jumps across from here to here without this. This is bad, this is good. Okay, so let's play up until and including the double 7. It should be something like this. 2 and 3 and 4 and And you can see very small movements again, and only hearing one note at a time. After the double 7, you go 5 on the 4th, back to the 7, and then there's a little pause finishing off the phrase with a 5 and 7 over there. Okay, so the entire first 3 bars should sound something like this: 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the reason why I counted 2 and 3 and 4 and is because on the PDF you can see the physical 2 and 3 and 4 written underneath the tab, and that gives us the correct spacing, the correct pause before you end up with 1 and, which is the last 5 and 7 of that phrase. And in the top right hand corner you'll see it says play through twice. If you want to play along, let's go. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. Okay, next up we're going to look at the power chords. Now with the power chords there's 3 ways to play them. The one efficient way is putting finger 1 for the power chord at fret number 7, because we're going to be playing E power chord quite a lot. First finger, fret number 7, 5th string, and then you can bring in your ring finger number 3 and your pinky onto strings 4 and 3 in fret number 9. So you can play this, but at the same time. Now if you find that your third and pinky feel a little bit sort of squeezed in there, you may use your ring finger flat like this, or you can use your pinky, as long as you got the same sound. So your 3 ways: 1, 3 and 4 fingers, 1 and 3 fingers, 1 and pinky. I'm happy with either of those. Now we're going to slide into this E5 power chord, because the name of the chord is E5. 5 means power chord. 5's got nothing to do with the fret number. If it is the fret number, it's complete coincidence. Okay, now we're going to look at riff verse 1, which is going to sound like this. Okay, so we're going to start off actually at fret number 5, which is a D5. Okay, and we're going to slide from here 2 frets up. So I strum the chord, and then you can see there I didn't strum the second chord. One more time. Basically the slide slid from the D5 to the E5 to give me my chord. And then on the tab you'll see there's a whole lot of zeros, and those are open E strings, the 6th string. You can see it vibrating there. So basically you're going from D5, you're sliding up to the E5, and to reinforce that E5 power chord you've got your open E string. Now this riff must go through 6 times in a row. So if you want to play through with me, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you got riff verse 2, which I'm going to break down for you now. Now this is probably the most difficult part of the entire song. The riff's going to sound like this. Okay, but let's take it step by step. If you look at the PDF very carefully, you'll see there's a very small 5, which we're going to hammer onto the 7. So there's my 5, fret 5, string 5, and it's there in a smaller font under riff verse 2, and you're going to hammer onto the 7 on the same string. Then you go back to the 5, all based from that minor pentatonic we spoke about earlier. All the same. And remember what we said about the timing as well. So the tricky part here is you'll notice the 5 to the 9 is really quick together. You can also see that on the PDF it's actually written close together. We mentioned that the spacings help us with the timing. So your 5 to 9 must be really, really quick. Then onto the 7, and you have to move your hand a little bit here. So there's a little bit of movement for a change. Onto the 5, 7, and then 5, 2, and you end up on fret number 2 over here. So slow motion, we're going to have this 2 and 3 and 4 and the listen for the timing there, and I'm also ending on an A5 power chord, which looks like this. And when I play that A5 power chord, which is the third bar, you see it's a 0-2-2 because I'm playing the open 5th string, and I'm fretting over here with my first finger flat across the 2nd fret, strings 3 and 4. And it's going to be from the A5 to the G5 to the E5 here. Now normally you'd play E5 from the 5th string, but because they're using an open E string with it, they decided to include that. Then you go back to the A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So you've got A and G again, and then you get a nice little twister, which is going to go like this. And what's happening there is I'm playing the B5 power chord, but I'm strumming it before I put my first finger down, and directly after I've played it, I bring my first finger into play. So it's going to be, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the entire song. Okay, so I'm going to take it through slowly if you want to try and play it through the whole way through with me. And it's going to go something like this from the beginning. A bit of an overview there. Solo to Mr. Burns in the corner and Sizzlack at the bottom. And here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and B and 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're back to the intro riff. This should get you through most of the song. Here's a lead solo. I'm not going to break it down right now. And if you've got any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Otherwise, have a fantastic week. Thank you.